Hi guys, this is just a recap of the Tech Wednesday class from April at the Six Nations Polytechnic. So the first thing I showed is how to solder some, a resistor and an LED together, and I did this live so the kids could follow. So the class or this session, we had 70 minutes. We built. I prepared some 2 IR breakers, which they had to assemble, and then we built a ramp out of Lego or paper to basically measure the speed of an object rolling down that ramp. So this was one example of my ramp here, and the pie, and this is a Lego ramp, and the pie and the IR breakers. So here are the pieces. I prepared these IR breakers. I'm going to explain that in a video in a bit. And we had these pies and the GPIO layout. And here is the video explaining the assembly.
Hi guys, Marcus here. So this is just a quick instruction how to assemble our IR breaker. So here I just have an LED and a resistor. The long pin goes here. Okay, and then I have a Raspberry Pi where we need power and ground from. So just to make sure that we have everything working, we're just gonna use I just use the power at the top right one, if you will. I'm just gonna check out if we get power from the Pi, so we can go and build our IR breaker. And then the bottom left. So we're just gonna check this really quick. So you see we have power and that should work. So I'm just gonna put them ground here on the bottom, and then we're gonna need this ground from here. So I built these IR breakers. So they're basically, it's just an emitter and a receiver with a resistor on it. But the goal is, as you know, we want to measure the speed of an object on a ramp. So later on we're going to put them into a Lego or into a ramp. So this is just a normal LED essentially. So all we need here is power, and then I use a little bit of tape to tape it down for later for testing. And then we're going to use the receiver. The receiver here has 3 cables. I marked always the power and the pickup with red and a different color, and then the ground in blue or black. So all we do here is basically plug this in, and then we put the pickup basically here. That should do it. Do we have power here? Sometimes I'm missing something. Yep, I missed this. Okay. So you already can tell now. And then if we do this, you see we have this ready. Okay, we're gonna have to build 2 of those. And let me show it to you. It's just power from the Pi for now. So we're gonna have to build 1 more, and then we show you how to connect them up to the Pi to get messages.
Okay. So this is what we just did. We created this IR breaker just with power for now, and then we basically create 2 of those, and then here is basically the functional test of
Hi guys, it's Marcus. Together. So here our 2 finished IR breakers. As you can see, if I put the finger here, the LED goes on. Same here. The one thing to note it is that 114 is also yellow. There are two yellow cables, this one and this one, which go to the Pi on the bottom right ones. So these are the pickups notifying the Pi or the GIO port. Basically pull them up and that will trigger an event. So the idea is to measure the speed of an object going from A to B. And then we get these events and we're going to calculate the speed. Okay, so the next step is to put this on my ramp here. There's two versions. One is a cardboard ramp and this is a Lego ramp. So I'm going to just do this on the Lego ramp real quick.
Okay. So as I mentioned, we have a Lego ramp and a cardboard ramp. Lego ramp, I'm going to show you how we assemble this.
So here's our Lego setup. These LEDs, they fit really nicely into the Lego holes. So all you have to do is line them up here very nicely. And then you can test them obviously with our test LED on the bottom there. So if I break this, the LED goes on. So they're very nice. And I did the same on the bottom one, a bit farther here. So you can see this LED here. Okay, so the idea is that we take an object that will roll down, and then we should get an event from the start and an event from the beginning, from the end.
Okie doke. So once we did this, we have to create the Node-RED flow. Obviously, that's in GitHub. And you see here we get two IR events, and I can explain that in another video. We obviously have to measure the distance from where the start is and where the end is. And here in the code, in one of the Node-RED flows there, you're going to see it's like it calculates the speed. That's where you have to adjust the distance, like the, 10 centimeters and so forth. Yeah, so once you have adjusted the length of your ramp, we have the Node-RED flow. In Node-RED, I also have a nice little dashboard where we can see the speed. And here's a quick video how we put it all together.
Okay guys, here's the final setup. So here are my breakers. We have to measure the distance between the two breakers, so that's the reason I put this there. And here you see the pickup, and here's our Node-RED flow. So let's just delete this here. So if I go here, then we should get an event. That's the first breaker event, and then on the bottom we should get another event when it's done. And here you can see we calculate the speed in kilometer meter per second, but you have to update obviously the code with the proper measurements. At the moment I have 10 centimeters, so it's more like 38. Okie doke. And that should do it. And then there is a dashboard too. So let's do our test. Where is the ball? Ah, there. Kiddogs. So we're gonna just let this guy go. Let's see if we get an event here. Probably have to find the right dashboard. So there was an event. Let's do it again. It's a bit slower now. Can do it manually. Yeah. So looks like it's working. Great.
So as I said, we created also one out of paper, so that was easier to do. Okay, look, if you have any questions, drop me an email. You can find the base install of the Pi in the GitHub and the presentation and flows as well. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Ciao.